Well, the pipes froze before we even got here. So last night was the temperature at the real field was -15. So we're gonna make sure the van starts this morning. It's nice, it's okay this morning.
Like a dream.
Like a dream. She's alive! I'll just let her run for a bit just to warm up before we go anywhere.
Okay.
Look at that, purring like a kitten. We arrived here last night about 6 o'clock. It was a balmy -15 feel yesterday, and it felt like it with the wind as well. But this is where we parked up last night. This is Sag River, is it?
Yep.
Yep. This is Sag River, which is obviously frozen. And what we found out last night is that there can be polar bears here. And we weren't expecting that. We haven't seen any. But and they come in this way, which is a slight worry. But this is where we parked.
I don't think we have ever been anywhere this desolate. Look at this.
No. It is just industry here. Just industry.
I actually love it up here. Like, we would never normally be anywhere like this. Deadhorse, the town, is like an Arctic expedition camp. It's more of a work camp, isn't it, than a place where people live. I think there's 25 permanent residents. Don't know who the hell they are. And then like 2,000 to 3,000 people work here and fly in and out. But anyway, the past 2 days we've driven the Dalton Highway from Fairbanks all the way up here to Deadhorse. And we are parked at the other end, the James W. Dalton Highway. So just heading back on that later. Look at this, it's absolutely crazy.
Wow, there you go.
When we were driving through the Arctic tundra, I said it feels like we're driving towards the ends of the earth. And when you're here, it feels like you're at the ends of the earth. This is desolate, absolutely desolate. We are here for a reason, and that is to start the Pan American. So this morning, our first job is to go and put our sticker in Deadhorse at the start of the Pan American Highway, and then we are turning south until we reach the end of the road in Ushuaia, Argentina. Let's do it, shall we?
Yeah. Do you want to lift to Ushuaia? If you ever wonder what Deadhorse looks like, this is it.
It's mostly prefab buildings and machinery, basically. It gets so cold here that all the vehicles are plugged into these engine warmers. All those cables hanging down or keeping those engines warm. It reminds me of something of Alien, like little life pods.
Anyway,
Right, here we go. There she is.
So, it begins.
Welcome to end of the Dalton Highway. Pan American starts now. Here we go.
Well, baby, here we go.
Here we go.
So we're not super close, but those animals you can see are muskox.
So one of the cool things about driving the Pan American is that you'll drive through every ecological zone, from jungles and rainforest to desert, temperate forest, and right now we're in the Arctic tundra. And boy, is it cold and desolate out here. There's just nothing. As we've been driving for like 2 hours and there's just nothing.
Here's the herd of caribou. Just spotted a fox. Oh, he's gorgeous.
Oh, fell over the sled.
Oh, somebody's been on the beer. You'd be amazed at the gradient of the road, especially coming this way. It's just like this all the way, and like you see the road going off into the distance, up and down the hills. It's quite amazing, really.
Right, we're back in the mountains now. We're not far from the Atigun Pass, which is The most problematic part of the Dalton Highway, it's got like the worst roads, the most unpredictable weather, but it is undoubtedly like the most spectacular part of the drive. It's going to be incredible. We're just going to cross straight over these mountains. We can check the road conditions, and there is a live cam on the Atigun Pass. The road conditions are saying it's fair, which is great, which is what it was yesterday when we passed. This morning, the live cam, you couldn't see the road. The visibility was obviously really bad. It was either low cloud or fog, but we couldn't see the road. And we've just checked again now, and we can see the road again. So hopefully the weather conditions have improved up there now. So.
Well, this is exactly what we didn't want. There's cloud completely covering the Atigun Pass, and it's snowing, so it's going to be an interesting drive up and back down, I think.
My camera isn't overexposed. You literally can't see anything. It looks like a white screen.
It doesn't. You can't see the contours of the mountain.
Can't see the top of the mountain or the sky. God, it is muddy here.
It out of the mountains now.
That was an amazing bit of driving as always.
Thank you, baby. It was actually it's very fun, I must say, because it's not just boring roads like interstates, like you're getting off and like into the wild, I should say. But no, it was awesome. Love that.
Sophia's had a bit of a paint job, a little bit of a free paint job courtesy of the Dalton. Oh my gosh.
Shit. I love that colour.
I like that colour.
Yeah.
You cannot see the number plate. What it looks like, it honestly looks like it's had a spray job.
It does.
I don't know if you can see. Ben's done that bit there, but if you rub your hands over it, it's not coming off. It's like actually caked on.
Before we left, we filled up this 20 litre diesel tank with extra fuel. Coldfoot had diesel, so we haven't needed it. Now that they're all the way back down here, I'm going to empty it into our tank so that when we go to Coldfoot tomorrow to fill up to get all the way back to Fairbanks, it doesn't cost as much as it would do, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's double the price in Coldfoot.
Yeah, exactly. So this was $4.29 a gallon, I think. Over there in Coldfoot, it's $7.60 a gallon. So we'll use this in first and then top up at Coldfoot.
Last night, I think somebody could have stolen the van with us inside it. We would not have noticed. We were just completely dead to the world, weren't we?
We were, yeah.
Oh yeah, look. Do you like our new Deadhorse merch? Well, it's not really merch. Our Deadhorse memorabilia.
Oh, hang on, let me just lift that up. There you go, guys. So there you can see it properly. The Deadhorse.
Is that better?
No, lean forward because it's wrinkling at the back. So there you go, it stretches it out. There we go. You can see it better now, guys. That's what it is.
If you would like your own, you gotta drive to Deadhorse. Oh, have we got an update on this map? Right, so the last time we did this, we were actually in this exact spot on this exact table, but we hadn't yet gone up to Prudhoe Bay. So this is what we did. We drove, you can see the road actually goes from red to yellow because this is obviously the much worse part of it. Then we came through the Brooks Range and we crossed the Atigun Pass around here. And then you gradually come out of the mountains. And then it is just honestly the longest, as you can see, stretch through just Arctic tundra and nothingness all the way up to Deadhorse. And now we've come all the way back down and we're here back at Coldfoot, and today the plan is just to head back down on here, back down, probably back down to Livingood, which is where the Dalton Highway actually starts. But yeah, so we're just gonna finish it, hopefully, if all goes to plan, finish the Dalton Highway today. I can't believe it's over already.
No.
We're not going to be needing a jerry can like this for a long time yet, so there's no point carrying it around. So we're going to leave it in the little woodshed that they have here, and hopefully, especially because we're so close to a fuel station here in Coldfoot, hopefully somebody finds it useful. There's one of the supply stops on the Dalton Highway. Again, there's not much here, but I guess it does the job. This feels like it's so American right now. We've got eggs, hash browns for breakfast, we've got syrup, free coffee refills, and literally a pancake bigger than our faces. It's incredible. Okay, that was so good. Just what we needed. And the guys in there are so friendly. Trisha, she's an absolute legend. So yeah, what a great little stop on the Dalton Highway. Definitely recommend coming here.
And definitely recommend the food because it was absolutely really wholesome, hearty food.
It was home cooked, fresh, delicious. It was really good.
Right, let's complete this Dalton Highway, shall we?
We finished the Dalton Highway!
Oh God, I am shaken to shit.
What was I gonna say? I don't even know what to say. I'm just complete. 2 days up, 2 days back. I'm gonna write a blog post on what it was like for us to drive the Dalton Highway, everything that we've learned, what our experience was. If you want to see kind of our full experience of it, if you watched last week's video, we filmed the entire drive north from here all the way up to Prudhoe Bay in full detail. We saw a wolf, we came face to face with a wolf. It was an incredible journey.
It was.
And that road is just out of this world. It's impossible to describe, it's impossible to put into words. Yes, come here. Completed it, mate.
Yeah, completed it.
Oh my God.
That was $15 just to rinse it. The gravel, the mud, the silica just literally like turned to cement in the wheel arches. I had to really power wash it off. Whoa, that was intense.
Since we made it back to Fairbanks and gave Sophia a clean, we haven't picked the camera up in about 4 or 5 days now. We needed some time to decompress, didn't we?
Yeah, relax.
There's 4 days of back-to-back driving on the Dalton, and also just the drive to Alaska was really intense. When we made it up to Fairbanks, we'd given ourselves like a 2-week buffer to like wait out any bad weather in Prudhoe Bay if we needed to. But as it turned out, the good weather window was there like as soon as we arrived in Alaska. So we made it to Fairbanks, I think on the Thursday.
Yep.
We were editing Thursday, Friday. Saturday we started getting prepped. By Sunday we were on the Dalton, so it has just been the craziest few weeks. But we're feeling rested, we're feeling rejuvenated, and look at this. There is no snow on the ground.
And you probably won't recognise me because I'm finally out of my hat and my blue coat and my massive thick hoodies.
Who are we?
Oh,
who are we now?
It's nice.
But yeah, we are now driving into the summer. So you might be wondering where we are. We are just south of Fairbanks, just inside Denali National Park.
You can tell it's getting warmer because Chess has finally shaved her legs.
Oh, shut up.
No, this is.
No, I'll tell you what, it'll be bigger than that.
Yeah, it would be, yeah. It's like sleeping with the abominable snowman. You can tell it's getting warmer, on all seriousness, you can tell it's getting warmer because that Scout from a day maybe, he's starting to really thin out now.
He's starting to shed, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you want to tell everyone about our visitor yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday, Scout River and I were walking back from a little stroll. All of a sudden he's out, up on his hind legs. Then all of a sudden, just saw what looked like a tree stump move. Nope, it was a moose. And this was got to be the biggest moose we've seen so far. Moose 3, the biggest, because its legs were like up here. It was, no word lie, moose. Got them back in the van. Walking up the road here. Phenomenal. They're such a weird looking creature. They don't look like they should be real. It's like Slender Man, Alien, War of the Worlds sort of thing.
If anyone knows anything about horse sizes, moose on average can be like 20 to 21 hands on average. Aliens. We drove down yesterday. It's only like a 2-hour drive from Fairbanks, but Denali is not your usual national park. Look at that little baby moose. Little calf.
Wow, look at him.
How amazing, hey? God, we saw one around camp yesterday and now we've seen a mother and calf. There's quite a few around here.
We are in Denali National Park. Denali National Park is unique in that there aren't really any trails. No hiking trails in it. They promote off-trail hiking. It's a huge wilderness area and there is just one road into it. Now normally, and the reason that we're really excited is normally you can't drive on that road with a private vehicle. You can only drive like 15 miles in and it's like, I don't know, 90 miles long. So normally all of this is restricted to private vehicles. You have to take what they're called transit buses in and you can hop on and hop off, but you can't really take dogs and it's 90 miles. It can take like 7 or 8 hours to see the whole of it. So in the summer with dogs, I imagine it'd be really difficult to come and see this park, especially as dogs aren't allowed in any wilderness areas, like on any trails or anything like that. So, but in the winter and in the spring, they open up more of this road to private vehicles up to mile 30. So you can actually drive 30 miles into the park in a private vehicle in the winter and spring. And we are here at just the right time because in 2 days time they're going to shut the road. In fact, tomorrow is the last day that you can drive with a private vehicle onto this road, which means that we can bring the dogs in. They can at least be in the van with us. It's a massive wilderness area. They've got so many grizzly bears, they've got herds of caribou, moose. Obviously we've seen so many moose already. So yeah, I'm really excited. This should be awesome. Stay there. When we left the visitor centre it was like blue skies and now we're going into the clouds. So the reason it's called Denali is named after the mountain at the heart of the national park, which is also called Denali. In the native Athabascan language it means the Great One, and it was formerly Mount McKinley, if that rings a bell, but it's the tallest mountain in the States at 20,000 feet high. Which is also a very shy mountain. You only see the summit, I think it's 30% of the time, and I'm guessing, given the state of the sky at the minute, that she is going to be hiding from us today.
What's going on here? Bus and camper stopped. Is there any animals? Big guns out. I literally can't see anything. I think Denali Mountain is over there, but there's thick cloud, isn't it?
Yeah.
No mountain summit and no animals. Our luck seemed to have finally run out. Or so we thought.
Grizzly bear.
How awesome was that? That was our first grizzly bear.
First grizzly bear, and you can 100% see the difference between the grizzly and a black bear. Like, Oh, amazing. Just a big fat round head and like good.
It's hard to wrap your head around the scale of the wilderness in Alaska. Denali National Park covers 6 million acres, and this dirt washboard road is the only one that cuts into the landscape. The animals here haven't been hunted for over a century, which means that some of them have grown quite accustomed to the presence of curious humans. Did you see it?
Yeah, like literally.
I've just been to take, so we've just stopped, just come to have some lunch, take the dogs for a walk, and I was walking to Scout and I saw this moose just like watching me from the tree line, but it was absolutely like calm as anything. It was just chewing. Anyway, I've sent Ben back with the camera. Did you get it?
Yeah, go and have a look.
I can't also believe that we saw a grizzly bear earlier. He was so beautiful and just like right in front of the van. And do you know what? Apparently the grizzly bears in this park are half the size of the grizzlies by the coast because they haven't got so much salmon and fish to feed on. So apparently the males here can reach like 600 pounds. At the coast they can reach 1,000 pounds. And I thought this one we saw today was massive, but we haven't seen a grizzly before. So we've just finished up the park road, which was awesome. One really cool thing about Denali National Park is it's the only national park that has a team of sled dogs to help like the maintenance and get staff around the park throughout the year. And you can go and see the sled dog kennels. These are all of their sled dogs. They are all Alaskan Huskies. Some of them have a bit more wolf in them than others. You can stroke them, or you can give them cuddles and like fuss. So they're all really friendly. They get health checks 3 times a week. There's a massive play down there which has got a water slide, a pool, down to trees for them to jump over, squirrels for them to chase. They obviously get outworked and everything. And they're here for half of their life until they're about 8, and then they get retired. So they have the first half of their life as sled dogs, and then the second half of their life they can retire and relax and enjoy the good life. Oh, I think she's saying she wants to like scratch me please.
Fast this one.
Yeah. The reason some of them are in pens is due to like some of them are in heat, some of them have just been spayed. It's normally for like very temporary reasons, so if you come back in a few days, half of them will have moved around and they'll be all over the place, so they don't stay in here permanently. Oh, big stretch.
This, it goes like...
Oh, really? I was talking to the guy that works there. He was just telling us about all the dogs, and he's an intern here, and they said that they've offered him ranger jobs in different divisions of the park. He's like, I'd rather be an intern here than be a ranger somewhere else. He loves it that much. He was saying that when you take the dogs out in the middle of winter and it is just snowdrift as like high as you can see, and it is just you and the dogs, and he says you're wrapped in your like furs and stuff. He said it's like being on another planet and there's like no other experience like it. I mean, it must be awesome. Incredible. I'm guessing this is like what they look like, and then they'll be all tied up onto that. The dogs shed that much that they keep all the hair and they make it into clothing like this. So this is made from Alaskan Husky shedded fur, and that is so soft. Never mind the grizzly bear, that was one of the highlights, getting to cuddle Alaskan sled dogs. That was so good, wasn't it?
It was
the fact that you could actually pet them, and you were free to just pet them, as long as you didn't climb into like the pen area. You could lean over, give them ear scratches, and they loved it. Honestly, it was so cool. Oh. Where have you been?
Oh.
Okay.
You can smell something, can't you?
As we made our way out of Denali, a beautiful female moose came to say goodbye. Honestly, we told you, this place is magic.